Hello everyone, this is Striker Utasa, and this is a solo master flawless of the Thrilladrome with blades only. That means we are only allowed to use swords and glaives. And I'll be real, this is my least favorite lost sector so far. The boss in this one is just kind of a flying Hydra. And I can't do the cool caster frame stuff I did in the first episode because he has those shields around him. So I can't do anything really cool with shields here, so I'm kind of forced to just like shoot them with glaives, which is very lame. But I did actually put on Lament for this one. I'm kind of a Lament hater for a bit now, because I think that like flash counter is so gosh darn good now. But honestly, I think I need to apologize to Lament. I was not familiar with your game. The sword still kicks ass. It's still the Lament, you know? Like it's still the Lament with Stronghold. Like it's still really gosh darn good. My only issue is that I can only run, you know, one sword, and it is my exotic. So, like, I can't run Vexcalibur. I can't run Ergosum, you know. It's a bit unfortunate. But, I mean, it works. Like, Lament still kicks ass, and it's my answer to barrier champions, because barrier champions are annoying as sin. Because I can't use powered melee, so I can't just, like, pop on solar and, you know, punch something or throw a hammer to get radiant. And I can't really shoot a gun with this challenge, so... Yeah, my biggest issue with Lament and with swords in general is that these just, like, invincibility barriers are just very annoying. Like, sometimes... Like, look at there. Didn't even register my sword hit whatsoever. If you have any ideas on how I can fix that, let me know in the comments down below. And again, thank you all so much for all the positive comments on this series. I am going to keep it daily for as long as humanly possible. Well, I guess until we run out of lost sectors, huh? But then I can just, like, do the same lost sectors with different builds and such. Because I have a working solar Stronghold build and a solar void one and a solar prismatic one. I have not used any of those three on the channel yet, and I cannot wait to. The solar one's actually really interesting. So somebody actually left a comment talking about how flash counter works with incandescent, and that's super exciting to me. That's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, if you missed the build breakdown for this one, check out yesterday's video. Arc Stronghold is a thing, homie. You just chill in the barrier and hold right click. It's awesome. Flash counter with Storm's Keep can proc, because it counts as weapon damage, it can proc bolt charge. So you just kind of chill, get bolt charge, and use flash counter. It's really funny. This time I'm mostly just using bolt charge from extra damage because I would run out of ammo against the Hydra because I am running double special. And double glaive special too, so it's not like I, you know, have great ammo economy. Glaives aren't that bad with ammo economy, but like against a Hydra, it's not the best. But you can see like the barrier itself procced bolt charge because it's barrier. It's fucking ability damage, which I find hilarious. Like I love using the rally barricade on top of enemies because not only do enemies look at you more when you're with a team because of the whole like barricade taunting thing, it also just does like 13 damage over and over and over again. It's really funny. Like it's genuinely hilarious. I wonder what the DPS of barrier is because like sometimes I'll put it on top of the big ogre boss in the nether and he'll just take like 33 damage constantly, and it looks like it's doing hundreds and like even thousands of damage. It's kind of awesome. God, I love Destiny too. One of the big reasons I want to do this series is I want to show people how deep the sandbox is when you're not just like, you know, running the same 3 guns or running whatever's meta for the season. I feel like this game... Oh, this is a sick-ass moment. Look at that. Double Blade Fury. That was sick. I got that finisher today. I'm very happy with it. I think it's very cool. Which should, you know, the color change based on your super, but I think it's fine. I barely ever run solar, so I think it's kind of neat to have a red finisher now and then. Yeah, so here you get to the hard part. This, I'll be real, this is my first attempt on Master, but on Expert, I died multiple times. I think once I hit Master, I was like, okay, time to be very patient. And something that people have been asking me for like a Stronghold guide for, you know, a few videos now. And I think that my #1 tip for Stronghold is just be patient. Like, you are unkillable as long as you are holding right click. The second you let go of right click, you can be killed again. So just be patient, look for the right moment, and then strike. That's why people actually really like Lament, because as a commenter wrote yesterday, you can, like, immediately go into guard with this. Now, you can do the same thing with Abyssal Edge with 5 times Willing Vessel. After heavy attack, you can immediately go back into guard, which is why it's so gosh darn good for Stronghold. But with Lament, you can instantly, like, frame 1, go back in the guard after a heavy tech, which is just fantastic. Like, that's really, really good. My issue is, of course, it being an exotic when Abyssal Edge is right there, and, you know, it not having flash counter. Because flash counter, it changes the whole game with Stronghold. It's so good. I have multiple videos talking about how good flash counter is for Stronghold. This exotic went from being really good to being absolutely amazing. And there goes the barrier champion. I ended up picking Lament because I just needed an anti-barrier option. Like, barriers are really annoying for Titan if you can't melee. Which, like, that makes sense. Titan is made to be, like, the melee class. So, you know, giving up melee because you have 3 blades, that's kind of not really what Bungie intended. Well, I'm pretty sure there was a rumor that, like, they didn't want to make a kinetic glaive because then you wouldn't have access to your melee slot. But, you know, I'm always of the opinion of, like, let the player do what they want, even if it's throwing. And as you've seen from this series, you know, 3 blades is not throwing. Like, yeah, I don't have my melee, but, like, does it look like I really need it? And see, now we have to do my greatest shame so far, and we have to hide behind a wall and shoot the enemy. The one thing that I said during the first episode of this that I didn't want to do, but, like, can you blame me? Look at that fucker. Like, he's up there. How am I supposed to sword that? Like, he's big chillin'. Like, I can't do caster frame stuff because of the shields, and I can't just, like, regular, like, Lament or, like, Abyssal Edge him because he's 20,000 feet up in the air. Like, look at this. What am I supposed to do, Bungie? Why would you do this to me? This reminds me of, like, in Borderlands 3, I ran a melee build in, not Borderlands 3, Wonderlands. I ran a melee build, and then they kept adding bosses that couldn't be meleeed because they were just, like, outside of melee range. Then they added the shotgun that does melee damage, and it was like, okay, well, now I'm just a shotgun build. Weird. Yeah, I hope Borderlands 4 is good. Oh, we're definitely making content on that on the main channel if that is the case. Yeah, look at that. There goes the Hydra. I think Bolt... man, Bolt Charge is ridiculous, huh? I don't think it needs to be nerfed. I think it's the artifact that makes it really, really strong. So I think next season, I think it'll be fine. But right now, it's crazy. Now, this little guy right here is one of the reasons I brought Lament, by the way. Because I don't have a... if I was going to bring a different subclass... I don't have... Also, that was a really weird Lament attack. It was a very sloppy kill, and I apologize for that. I don't have, like, an Orb of Power or anything to get Unraveling rounds or Volatile rounds for this guy. So I just kind of had to bring Lament. Also, Lament's freaking good, dude. Like, I apologize for slandering this weapon a few days ago on Stasis Titan. Yeah, that's the Flawless Solo Mastery. I did it. Thrilladrome has been conquered. The funny arcade. That was my least favorite one so far, just because the boss was very boring. Like, I don't like having to hide behind cover and just blink away at the enemy, but I kind of had to. Like, there wasn't really... I tried caster frames. I tried just, like, staying in midair. Hell, I tried the freaking Strand Super, but it just didn't do enough damage. Like, I don't want to do this ever again in this entire series. I don't like hiding behind cover and blinking away at enemies. Like, Stronghold is awesome because you are your own cover, and I think that's dope. Like, you make an impenetrable wall between you and the enemy, and that's so freaking cool. But here I just wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. But that's okay. There's always tomorrow where I can hopefully bring out the Void, Solar, or Prismatic build. Yeah, and let me show off the build real quick. Got my rake angle. Probably going to be using this exact roll until I get the Strand Glaive. Greasy Luck. I actually really like this Greasy Luck roll. Redirection, lead from gold is quite nice. And then we have Lament. Again, I apologize to Lament. I was not familiar with your game. I forgot how much damage you put out. God damn. There's all my mods. If I could, I'd run another Scavenger, but I do swear by Dexterity on Stronghold. Being able to swap to your sword quicker is so important. And there's Striker. Resistance, Shock, Magnitude, Volts, and then Storm's Keep and Touch of Thunder. Now, sadly, Swords and Glaives do not work with Knockout. If you want more information on that, check yesterday's video. I talked about Arc Stronghold. But man, I absolutely love this build. I think Arc Stronghold is fantastic this season, which is so great. And that's one of the reasons I love Stronghold. It is class agnostic. You can run whatever the heck class you want. And here's my little buddy over there getting owned by the by the lasers. But yeah, if you enjoyed, check out Twitch and Discord down below. If you want to jump on in and do some raids sometime, love to have you on Discord, and I stream every single weekday. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all tomorrow for more Stronghold shenanigans. Goodbye.